Hey, what is going on, MLB family? We are back today, and you guys see the team epics are coming, right? We see it's coming, and the trying to prepare for something like this is difficult because we don't have a lot of information, but we do have just a little bit. We have just a little bit, and they've said that you don't need all the players on a team to complete an epic. So what that means to me personally, since this is separate than like the missions in the program to get Vlad, right? So in years past, team epics correlated directly into like the overall collection of things. 2 years ago you had to collect everyone. You got like A-Rod and Barry Bonds, right? And then last year it was like George Brett and Ted Williams and stuff. So we're not going to really have to do it this year. So what that means to me, again, I could be super wrong on this or I could be super right. But since we don't have to collect all of the teams, what it sort of means to me is that the Team Epic program is going to be more based on exchanging players as part of the first steps to getting the card. And what that in exchange, what it means for you guys is normally when you were doing these programs in the past, you were collecting teams, right? So you still kept all the players, but if you're exchanging players, that means that you're turning in everyone here, right? So similar to the hat exchanges and jersey exchanges, right? I'm sort of guessing there's going to be a value associated, and we're going to have to reach that value to be able to get that the first step in unlocking it, and then maybe future missions as well to be able to get the cards. And there were a couple that were released, and a couple look good, a couple don't look good. Lower overalls than what we're used to, but again, the overall structure is lower this year as well. So how I would prepare, I wouldn't necessarily go buy everyone on a team. I wouldn't worry about anything like that because you're not going to, like MLB said, you're not going to need everyone, right? So what I'm doing is I sold off a couple pieces of my team. 100% sold off a couple pieces because there's probably someone who can take their place at a much cheaper cost. Now, maybe there's going to be some grind involved, and I'm totally okay with that. But again, it's that way. So if we look at some of the programs where we may have exchanging, right? So it'll be something like this, where maybe there's 130,000 exchange for only a team, right? So if it was just the A's, you'd have to exchange. So let's just go through and let's just exchange like A's and stuff. You do something like that, bam, you'd be able to unlock part 1 of the mission. Maybe something along those lines, right? And then there's other stat-driven missions. They also said there's over 100 cards or players coming. Now, there's what? 30 teams, right? A couple divisions. So even if you say that there was like 2 cards per team, per division, per league, all of that, it doesn't equal 100. So I'm really curious as how they're actually going to get to over 100. We see that there's also 300 plus missions, which again means that there would be like 10 plus per team. Which sounds like a lot, especially from the past. But when you look at some of these, there's a lot of stuff like this, right? There's a lot of stuff. So what I'm sort of predict is maybe part 1 of the mission is going to be like another player arc, right? Where some of these guys that don't have something to do right now, like Neil Walker, right? He doesn't go into anything. So you'd have to complete this player arc to unlock the Pirates Team Epic, right? And then you would go from there on, and you may get a card halfway through, and then you may get another card later on, sort of like how we have at Conquest. So let's say like 50% of completing Team Epic, you get a card. Maybe those were the cards they were posting. And at the very end, you're going to get like a better card, and then there's going to be epics for each division, epics for each league, stuff like that is sort of my hope. But I wouldn't go selling off your team. In fact, I would start hoarding cards, right? If you're opening packs, I would maybe stop selling pretty much everything you can at this point. I don't think that there's a value gained by selling now as opposed to waiting, because we don't know. Because you could be selling a card that is selling for 100 stubs right now, but maybe the team epic is really good and then the value goes up to 200, right? So you're losing value. But I don't think you can really lose a lot of value on low-end cards. They're just low anyway. Like, cards are just low anyway. And like for some of the teams we saw that had like a good epic, like the Mariners was Jay Buhner. These cards are cheap anyway. These cards are cheap. So I would be holding on to them as much as possible. Truly, truly as much as possible. And I think that everyone else should do the same. Simple as that. There's just no point at all in doing it. At all. Now, what makes me think that there's going to be multiple players per team? There's two parts. One is clearly, like I said, there's over 100 players, right? Which leads us to there's got to be a bunch of players. But also, the Cubs one that they had, Healy had put out is like an 82 Matt Garza, which looks like garbage. Like he's not even as good as you, and used 2,500 stubs. So how much are you really gonna put into that, right? It just doesn't make sense that would be like the reward for truly grinding. You know, you can get 82 overall cards from very, very small grinds. Like Chase Utley right here, this 83, he's not hard to get. You don't even have to exchange anything to get him. You just have to complete a few missions. So I think that there's more to it, personally. But again, I could definitely see them going the player arc route into team epics, into division epics, into a league epic, something along those lines. But again, we don't know, so we just need to really play it safe and hold on to everything you can at this point, because I'm expecting it to come out on Friday. Today is Wednesday. They dropped an update last Friday. MLB seems to like a Friday update as well. So it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Now, I don't think with this we're going to end up with Series 3. We're on Series 2 right now. It seems too quick to sort of back that out, to give, you know, Encarnacion another week in packs, I guess. But I mean, who knows? This is all, it's all new. We have no idea. This is all a new structure, and we don't know what to do. And I wish I could tell you guys what to invest in or how to prepare better, like to truly prepare. You know, something like I could do in Madden, right? But here we can't. We don't know where MLB is going to go. They have no previous direction letting us know anything about it. And that's why I say I'm just holding stuff. I think that's the right thing to do. It truly, truly is just the right thing to do. Just wait, because your cards aren't going to lose a lot of value. You know, if you want to ditch some of your higher cards, like I know I sold Stanton. His price is way down. And I see that I probably can get a diamond left fielder for way less stubs than that. So to me, there was no point in holding on to him. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get downgraded as well. So it's being smart with your stubs, and it's a hard thing to do. Of course, you're going to say it's easier for me to say because we do have a lot of stubs, and we do have a lot of stubs because we've been doing our method. And despite what some people think, it still does work. A lot of it is based on the big hit, but the big hit comes. You know, the big hit comes. Like, we've been able to buy Nolan Arenado. Let's see. Let's just go over. So we've pulled Justin Turner. We've pulled Machado. We pulled Sale. We've pulled Kimbrel. I've pulled Betts. Pulled Chapman. We pulled Josh Donaldson. Have not pulled... we pulled Kluber. I pulled Kluber. That's it from the Indians. We pulled Trout. Actually pulled Trout, right? We've pulled Beltre. We pulled Altuve. We pulled Correa. Haven't pulled Freddie, which really disappoints because I really want to get Freddie. We bought Harper. We haven't pulled these guys. We bought Syndergaard. We pulled Bryant. I pulled Rizzo. Haven't pulled Votto. Haven't pulled Votto. And I haven't pulled Goldie or Charlie. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Now, in case you guys... Oh, my battery is dying. Look at this. In case you guys were wondering about the Trout pull. there were some skeptics. There were some skeptics, right? And because they're skeptics, you guys, I'm going to fast forward through all of the stuff I do. You guys can see this is a super, super, super fast forward, right? So we're going to say, we're just going to open this pack. I'm just going to show you guys. I saw the diamond and I was like, oh. And Mike Trout. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, I wish I could tell you guys it was like the first pack of the bundle, right? And it wasn't. It wasn't. So it was what, pack 8 or 7? You know, I was opening a little 10-pack here. Not too bad. So we did indeed pull Trout. I hope that helps crush some of those ideas that people have had. But regardless, get ready for epics. Just prepare. Just prepare. Stop trying to move cards and move stubs. Just hold on to stuff just for a couple more days. It's fine. And then we see what you can do. And then hopefully you can either complete the epics you want or make some stubs from the cards you have, the epics you don't want to do. It's pretty simple. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm Cece, and I'll be back. I'll be back, and I'm out. Peace.